Hello, students. Welcome you all in this platform of BA Part 3 English Honors online teaching. I have already delivered 5 lectures about the novel Untouchable by Mulkraj Anand. This is for the kind information of my new students who missed my previous lectures. I will share them link of my all previous lectures if they desire so. Today I will focus on the title and major themes of the novel Untouchable by Mulkraj Anand. There are so many themes in the novel: the theme of untouchability, the theme of tradition versus modernity, theme of East and West, theme of injustice and exploitation, and so on. But today we will focus on the theme of untouchability in the novel titled Untouchable. Padma Bhushan Mulkraj Anand first made his debut to the literary world as a creative writer in 1935 by writing a sensational novel of the time titled Untouchable. Although he was a Kshatriya, he supported the untouchables who belonged to the marginalized group. Thus, he is also known as Daridra Narayan. Bakha, the protagonist of the novel, is the lowest of the lowest caste. He is looked as a castaway even by the untouchables. He is marginalized in the marginalized group. He is a bhangi who cleans the toilets and is also often referred as a sweeper boy in the novel. Therefore, he is discarded by the high class society. He can't lead an independent life. He always has to depend upon others for food, water, clothes, although he had money to buy brand new things. He is dishonored at every point of the novel. These lower caste people were not given food hand to hand. They were thrown food as thrown to animals. If they accidentally touched any high caste person, they were abused by them. Bhangis like Bakha, who used to clean our toilets daily, were regarded very low and contemptible by the members of the high society in general. This phenomenon is the height of the ridiculous. Even the shadow of the Bhangis or the sweepers was supposed to spoil and make unholy any item or commodity of the upper caste. The other members of the society should have felt grateful to the sweepers or the Bhangis for cleaning their dirt or soil. But the case in practical is just the reverse. So, as a matter of fact and scientifically speaking, the untouchables are not the backwards or inferior, rather, the thinking mind or approach of the upper castes is backward or inferior or irrational. So far their work is concerned, they do their duty punctually, dutifully, laboriously, and honestly. So, in fact, they deserve our thankfulness and credit. But what an irony! They are considered to be unclean because they clean our uncleanness, dirt or soil. Anand does not like to write merely for the sake of art. He writes with a purpose. He is committed writer. He is the champion of the poor, the underdog, the downtrodden. He has a great sympathy for the suffering masses. That is why he has been called a propagandist by some critics. He had Read in his early life, Karl Marx. His novels describe the life of the oppressed and offer glimpses of the oppressors. They belong to a kind of social realism. They reveal his deep humanism. Thus, in Anand's hand, the novel is an instrument of his humanism, an instrument for the enlightenment of man and for the betterment of his lot, a means for the expression of his love, sympathy, and compassion. And his untouchables is in his untouchables in an illustration of this thesis. Pity and sympathy for the poor and the suffering is a part of Anand's humanism, and it is on this theme that all his stories and novels are built. The theme of Untouchable also, according to Professor M.K. Naik, is the age-old injustice perpetrated by traditional Hindu society upon a whole class of people within its fold. The very choice of the theme was a bold stroke of genius. To make a sweeper the hero of his novel was revolutionary departure for an Indian writer of the 1930s. The novel is realistic and reflects Anand's social realism. It is based on the experiences of Anand. As a child, he had played with the children of the sweepers attached to the regiment in which his father was employed. In fact, Baka, the hero of Untouchable, is drawn after one of his playmates, rightly observes E.M. Foster. Untouchable could only have been written by an Indian and by an Indian who observed from the outside. No European, however sympathetic, could have created the character of Baka because he would not have known enough about his trouble, and no Untouchable could have written the book because he would have been involved in indignation and self pity. The theme of Untouchable is indicated by its title. It brings to light the sorrows and sufferings that the caste Hindus inflicted on the untouchables and the outcasts, the scavengers, the leather workers, the washermen, the barbers, the water carriers, the grass cutters, etc. With unflinching realism, Dr. Anand describes the painful experiences and sordid occurrences in a day in the life of an untouchable Baka, the sweeper boy. All happenings have been precisely packed in order to create an artistic effect. Mulk Raj Anand portrays realistically the miserable condition in which the sweepers of India live. He also shows their surroundings, ill treatment of them by the caste Hindus, the tyranny, exploitation, injustice, poverty, squalor, and ignorance of their lives. He also hints at their hopes and aspirations and their desire to find out solutions to their problem. The problem of pollution as envisaged by the caste Hindus has been has also been highlighted by the novelist through the temple episode and the episode of touching. The sweepers are not allowed to see the images of gods and goddesses. They have to shout posh, posh sweeper coming about their movements and speed so that the high caste Hindus may save themselves from the pollution caused by their touch. They are not even praised for the humanitarian and kind deeds they perform. Their women are ill-treated, molested, and looked upon with greedy eyes. Yet they have to tolerate all this. Their life is full of misery and poverty. All this is treated finally by the novelist, and thus the theme and title of the novel have a close relationship. The theme of The Untouchable is concerned with the evil of untouchability. The novelist's main aim is to expose the hypocrisy of the high caste ones and to arouse the reader's sympathy for the underdog. Dr. Anand's picture of the untouchable is real, comprehensive, and subtle, and his gifts in all moods from farce to comedy, from pathos to tragedy, from the realistic to the poetic are remarkable. Mulk Raj Anand, through his subaltern hero Baka, makes an attempt to subvert the conventional hierarchical order and challenges the centric ideology since it perpetuated marginalization of subaltern. He has given the subaltern Baka a voice, an identity, and a speech which is denied to him by the upper communities in the caste-ridden society. The novelist has also tried to give three possible solutions of the problem of untouchability: conversion to Christianity or any other religion that treats the untouchables equal to all other beings. Second, Gandhism that recommends the social and economic upliftment of the Harijans and the introduction of flush system. The last one is more acceptable to Baka. That's all for now. Goodbye and have a nice day.